Discover how thousands of YouTubers are making a full-time income. Go to beatoolboss.com or click the link in the description. It's time for another quick movie review. Just checked out Coming to America last night. Came out on Amazon Prime, and man, I was super excited for this movie. So let's get into it. First of all, this movie basically picks up right where the original one left off. Basically, it's just 30 years later. Now, before I get into it, really get into it, if you haven't seen the first Coming to America, you need to stop what you're doing, all right, and go find it. As a matter of fact, I think the original one's on Amazon Prime as well. Do what you gotta do, because the original one is definitely a classic. It is a must-see. But anyway, so this one picks up right where the last one left off, 30 years later. This one, Eddie Murphy's character, who was a prince in the first one, whatever, his dad is about to die. Eddie Murphy's about to become a king, but he needs an heir to the throne, right? And all he has is daughters. He realizes that his dad lets him know that he has a son back in America. So Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall character, who plays like Eddie Murphy's sidekick or his servant or whatever you want to call it, they decide to go back to America to find Eddie Murphy's son, to bring him back to Zamunda to claim the throne of Prince or whatever, right? So I love the concept of this. I love the storyline. I love the whole idea of having a sequel. I love the whole the thing bringing back a lot of the original cast from the first one. I mean, Eddie Murphy's the father-in-law, the wife, his dad, Eddie Murphy's it was just like bringing back all the original characters from the barbershop crew to Sexual Chocolate, who didn't really come to the end, but whatever. It had, I liked all of that, right? And it gave you that vibe, especially at the beginning of the movie. It gives you that old school vibe, like, oh shit, it's about to go down, playing that the African music at the beginning, and everything just felt good, like for like the first like 15 minutes. Then it kind of got like, I don't even know. It kind of just like lost a little bit of luster, a little bit. I don't know why. And I think some of it was kind of focusing the story around the Prince, Eddie Murphy's character's son. That kind of was like, yeah. And I think it could have been funnier. I think it tried to be funnier than it actually ended up being, if that make any sense, right? Another kind of like downside to it is you can't help but to compare it to the first one, even though maybe you shouldn't. But damn, like if you compare it to the first one, no comparison. Like the first one blows this one out the water. But it had so much potential because you got some big name characters in here. I mean, big name, Leslie Jones is in it, Tracy Morgan in it. And if it's just me, let me know. But the guy who plays Eddie Murphy's son, like the Prince, does he not sound just like Kevin Hart? Like, if you don't, go back, watch the movie, just close your eyes. That dude talks just like Kevin Hart, but whatever. So ultimately, like I said, I like the storyline. I like the concept of the movie. But the movie itself, like, it just kind of, in my opinion, it could have been funnier. I think they should have maybe had Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall character be in the United States a little more. I think maybe that's another thing that threw it. Making it where 80% of the story took place in Zamunda, right? And I don't know. It just, I understand introducing, it's 30 years later, so Eddie Murphy got kids. The story kind of was borderline a little cheesy. But I mean, at the end of the day, I think that's what it was supposed to be, right? But with all that being said, Coming to America, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5 because as I'm watching it when it was almost over, I'm kind of like, man, this wasn't all that great, man. This really wasn't. But like an hour later, no joke, I'm like, you know what, man? That was like a feel good movie. It was just nice. It was just it did give you that. It did give you like a little escape for an hour and a half or whatever. And it kind of later on hit me to be like, you know what, man? That was a cute little movie. You know what I'm saying? It was alright, right? No comparison to the first one, damn it. No. But is it worth watching? Definitely. Just off of respect of the first one. You almost gotta watch it. Eddie Murphy, Arsenio Hall, Wesley Snipes, Leslie Jones, Tracy Morgan. I mean, you gotta watch it. So that's my take on Coming to America. I feel like it could have been funnier. I like the concept of the movie. I like the storyline, all that. Like the new characters, but right? So that's my take on Coming to America. If you've seen it, comment below. Let me know what you think.
One thing I know is people gon' hate, gon' hate. One day I'ma blow and I just can't wait, can't wait. See, they want me to quit, but I just cannot stop it.